Wow, they think atheists are mean, just angry. They're depressed all the time because they don't have this God in their life. That their life must be miserable somehow, and that's not the case. You know, I'm just as happy as anybody.
Right.
Probably more happy.
Right.
But you know, that's the stereotype. You know, well, if you don't have God, you must be miserable. No.
Yeah, they also believe that the stereotype is that we're out committing all these types of crimes because we have no morals. We eat babies. You know, we have one on the pit right now. You know, roasting for us to eat for dinner after we leave here. So yes, that is another huge misconception about us.
I think another one is that we have had a bad experience with religion.
Yes.
That caused us to become atheists.
Right.
I think. You know,
Which
that's
sometimes.
not the case for everyone.
Yeah.
It does happen, but I mean, a lot of atheists are atheists because they just came to that point rationally and decided they didn't want to believe what couldn't be proven.
What made you decide to become an atheist? Like, what made you question your faith or your religion?
I've just had so much exposure to different religions. I wasn't really indoctrinated, heavily as a child, so I think that's had a lot to do with the fact that I've always questioned, and I'll get into a religion really deeply for long enough to see, no, this doesn't make sense. Then I'll go to the next one, no, this doesn't make sense to me either. And I've kind of hopped around quite a bit before actually coming to the point of saying, well, I've gone through all these and they're not it, so none of them probably are, and I'm okay with that.
It's eventually just through reading about religion and, my religion was Christianity. I tried to study more of it, and then I wanted to read about it, and because the base stuff just never made sense to me. When I started reading about it and about other religions, it just eventually got that way. Really. That's about it, really.
Wow. It wasn't, like we discussed earlier, it just was a process. Over time, it started out me trying to find out who I was as a black man, researching our history. And once I started peeling back the layers over time, and then one thing led to another, then led to another, and before I know it, it was like, wow, there's no God, because it all falls apart once you start pulling out the layers, and that was it. Like, it happened really like in 1993 when it all just came to a head. I was like, okay, I'm done. I'm out. There's no going back. I'm done. I don't care what nobody says. That's it.
Tell me about Black Non-Believers of Atlanta.
Black Non-Believers of Atlanta is a secular fellowship that was started in 2011 in January, and it is dedicated to helping bring out more non-believers in the African American community. Benjamin Burchell and I, who is my co-founder, we started Black Non-Believers of Atlanta to help start a fellowship and help create a network for other non-believers in the Black community, and help nurture and support them to come out as atheists and non-believers, and also to create a social outlook for them.
Do you think religion hinders the African American community?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes. Go to any neighborhood with a ton of poor, rundown houses and a big shiny church with a pastor with a nice car and a gold tooth, right here, and got a swag to his talking, and he got all the pretty ladies on the back. But no, truthfully, I believe it is.
As it pertains to the Black community, we have to remember that Christianity was a religion that was forced upon the captives upon arriving to into the United States. So the captives were stripped of their culture and given Christianity, forced upon. So after slavery, during slavery, after slavery, and the church just played such a huge role in the social construct of helping to build a community, because we had to fight a lot of racial injustice, we had to fight a lot of injustice, and so it was at the crux for a long time of many communities and even educationally.
Where I've seen plenty of people who feel that they're highly blessed and favored and some of the poorest people on this earth. But they feel like, oh, okay, and it's seen even like to be poor is like a badge of honor.
Yes.
Because you're
Yes.
being to being poor, it's like a badge of honor to be poor. And then it's like, and then I try to figure out, how do you reconcile in your head when you see like a wealthy pastor, and how do you, why can't you be wealthy too? Oh, what, it's just, and well, it's God's will and all this other stuff. And it's just like, sometimes you get so frustrated.
Yes.
It's frustrating because you want to help people. You see them and you want to help them, but it's just like the mind. Basically, if you trap somebody's mind, then you have them. So it's the church has people's minds.
Right.
See, black people have a special relationship with God because when they read the Bible, they see those Hebrews and they look at them. We're going through that struggle. That's us. The whole Moses Red Sea thing. They see that. That's us. So if we just, God's gonna give us the promised land one day. Just hold on.
Right.
Meanwhile, during slavery time, it's like white people had theirs then and later. We gotta keep waiting until we get ours later.
Right.
And beyond even black communities, like when I travel and you see it in Africa, you see Europe becoming less religious, and you see Latin America and Africa becoming more Catholic. More religious and poorer at the same time. So there's a relationship there.
Yeah.
Is there anything that you believe in?
Yeah, tons of stuff.
Tons
of stuff.
Lots of things.
Nothing supernatural.
Right.
That's basically it.
I believe if I work hard at things that I'm going to get some results. I believe if you go after things, if you have love in your heart, or if you're kind to people, that kindness will eventually, not because any voodoo or anything or any magic or anything, it's just whatever you put into something you get out. Just basically, that's what I believe in. Hard work pays off. Yeah.
I believe in just I believe in us. I put my faith in me, and I put my faith in other people. That doesn't mean I trust everybody. I'm not saying that by any means, but I'm saying humanity as a whole. I believe that we're both our biggest gift and our greatest and our curse too. So
I believe, or I try to know as much as I can. I gain my inspiration from all sorts of things: music, television, books, other people that I know have existed, and myself, my children are very much an inspiration to me. So basically, those things that I can see, hear, and feel.
Well, people want to know what if we're wrong? What if there is a God? What are you going to do then? But I pose the question, what if there isn't? That means you just wasted your whole life. Live now. Life is short. Be happy. Don't be a slave.